You're going to die. No metaphors, no soft landings, just the truth. Maybe not today, maybe not this year, but one day your heart will stop. Your name will be whispered a little less, and the world will go on. Still with me? Good, because here's the real question. What are you doing with that knowledge? Are you letting it paralyze you, or are you letting it set you free? Most people don't walk around thinking about death. That would be dark, right? Uncomfortable, depressing. But maybe that's the problem. We avoid thinking about death, and in doing so, we avoid truly living. This video isn't about being morbid, it's about being awake. Because once you face your mortality, something incredible happens. You stop wasting time. You stop chasing the wrong things. You stop pretending you'll live forever. And you finally start living like your life actually matters. The philosopher Michel de Montaigne once wrote, "To philosophize is to learn how to die." But in learning how to die, we also learn how to live. Let's be honest. We fill our days with noise, distractions, and goals that don't even belong to us. We scroll endlessly. We chase careers, cars, followers, and status. But deep down, there's a quiet whisper we're all trying to drown out. One day, this will all be gone. Ernest Becker, in The Denial of Death, said that much of human behavior is just us trying to distract ourselves from the reality that we're going to die. We build empires, post selfies, start arguments online, collect trophies, all in an attempt to feel immortal. But the truth is, we're fragile, we're temporary, and once we accept that, we become powerful. As Marcus Aurelius put it, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. The greatest thinkers didn't run from death, they stared it in the face. The Stoics had a practice called Memento Mori. Remember you must die, not to scare themselves, but to sharpen their awareness. In other words, we fear small things as if we'll live forever, and chase goals as if death doesn't exist. The Buddha taught that suffering ends when we accept impermanence. Even Heidegger claimed that being truly alive means being aware of your death. He called it being toward death, not in despair, but in authenticity. Why? Because death is the boundary that gives shape to life. Without it, meaning evaporates. Søren Kierkegaard once said, "The thought of death is a good dancing partner. It makes us agile, aware, and serious." Here's the paradox. It's not just death we fear, it's life. Because to live fully, to take risks, to love deeply, to speak your truth, means facing the fact that you could lose everything. It means embracing vulnerability. We think we're afraid of dying, but really, we're afraid of truly living. That's why we play it safe. That's why we hide behind screens and comfort zones. That's why we trade freedom for routine. But here's the truth. You don't get a second run. You don't get a restart button. This is your life, and it's disappearing 1 minute at a time. Jean-Paul Sartre wrote, "Every existing thing is born without reason, prolongs itself out of weakness, and dies by chance." That sounds bleak, but it also gives us the ultimate freedom, the freedom to define our own meaning. So let me ask you, what would you do if you truly accepted that you're going to die? Would you quit that job you hate? Call your parents? Tell that person how you really feel? Would you stop waiting? Let me know in the comments. What's one thing you'd finally do if you weren't afraid? Let's talk about it. Let's be real. Once you accept your mortality, fear loses its grip. You stop worrying about what people think. You stop fearing rejection. You stop putting off what matters. because you realize this whole thing is a gift. Imagine waking up tomorrow and remembering, really remembering, that your days are numbered. Suddenly, small annoyances seem trivial. Suddenly, courage feels necessary. You don't wait for permission. You give yourself permission. The Roman philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Let that one sink in. Living doesn't mean constant thrill-seeking. It doesn't mean skydiving or selling everything to travel. It means being present. It means saying what you mean. It means forgiving when it's hard. It means creating, sharing, connecting before it's too late. The people you love won't be here forever. Neither will you. So say what needs to be said. Do what needs to be done. Write that book. Start that project. Say yes to what excites you. Say no to what drains you. This is your one wild and precious life. Use it. Albert Camus once said, "Come to terms with death. Thereafter, anything is possible." You think you have time. You think you'll start next week, or next year, or when you're ready. But readiness is a myth. Time is not a promise. It's a gift. There are cemeteries filled with people who had plans, who waited for the perfect moment. Don't be one of them. Start now. Whatever it is for you, begin. Even if it's small, even if it's messy, begin anyway. You're going to die. That's not a threat. That's a doorway. It's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because once you stop fearing death, you stop fearing life. And when you stop fearing life, you start living on your own terms. You become bold. You become kind. You become real. You stop hiding. You stop performing. You start becoming you. And that's the most powerful thing in the world. So if this video stirred something in you, if it reminded you of what you've been avoiding, then like it. Share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. Subscribe for more weekly videos on ancient wisdom, inner peace, and courageous living. And tell me in the comments, what topic should we dive into next? Until then, live like you mean it, because this life, it doesn't last forever. But you still have time to make it matter.